let's start the meeting today, the thing of our today with the old business. Okay, first for the registration chapter for Thomas Bayu. Learning video in one proposal to be present in May 14th is that discussed with Mas Chris. How is the process of this, Mas Bayu?
I'm thinking it's better on paper because everyone can see it right away. And on YouTube also we need to have the link to the playlist in the paper as well. So that's a double step actually. So we are still doing the discussion about it. But the video index is already updated and more videos are added into the document.
Okay. So, next question for this.
Excuse me, Cynthia?
Ulangi dong.
Is it?
Any motion for this?
Cynthia,
Jim would like to speak.
Cynthia, can you see me?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. The chairman recognized Mr. Jim.
Okay, Cynthia, in this particular case, I suggest that we do this. So you as chair can say that that is part of old business, and then what is new business is now that Chris and Bayu will discuss about putting a YouTube playlist together as an alternative to the paper video index. And then you can delegate that to the chair, to the secretary, to record that as an order of new business.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Fantastic.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, can you please put that on the new business?
She can't see us if she's looking at the paper.
Oh yeah.
That's not double screen. Okay.
So you see, you see a
One
small
screen.
line like that.
Silang correct.
Okay. Okay, great. I think we're please update about Mas Bayu said before that he will have another discussion with Mas Chris. Is it correct, Mas Bayu?
Yeah, about the playlist. So we will discuss about creating a playlist as an addition or as an alternative to the video index on paper.
Oh, okay. Mr. Secretary, please document it, Mas Bayu. Okay, we're done, and then we're moving
Sleep probably.
to the other of business. India suggests to add descriptive title on video upload to YouTube. How is the progress? Maybe Mas Bayu will help it, or Mas Chris, or
Cynthia.
yes.
Okay, I notice you're probably struggling right now because you have two screen. You don't have two screens, so you cannot see us and look at paper at the same time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I would like to propose is that I will share the screen to you, so that way you can look at the screen and you can
Yeah.
tell me what to do next. Yeah. So I'll be
Yeah.
your operator. I'll be your operator. So what I'll propose now is that I will share the OKR page,
Yes.
and you can remove your share, and that way you can look at us and still be able to conduct the meeting and also see the main topics here.
Okay, thank you so much.
Very good.
Really helpful. Really helpful.
Yes, I thought that could actually make it easier. Oh, except that we do not have the OKRs spot for OKRs. Okay, done. All right, so that is on the loading, and it has just been loaded up. Okay, Cynthia, please proceed.
Okay, thank you. And actually, I've seen the Mas Chris comment here about this suggestion.
Mhm.
I've written modified. I think we will print out the new business for Mas Chris, and uh, contact him about that, about the progress of the video.
Okay.
Any question about that? Yes, please.
Cynthia, I would like to ask the chair if the descriptive title has already been uploaded to YouTube, and I would like to then just go over here to check real quick and see if the suggestion has already been made into place. So, if I may, I will go over here to this video, which the title before was Reservation Guild Number 1, and
Yes.
it looks like
Alright.
yes.
This
Now
is
the titles
the
haven't changed.
second part of
Okay, let's double check the rest too as well.
Be far more useful than if you just record the journal.
Yep.
If you record the
Yes,
journal,
and
then
it
you'll
looks
just see
like
a
the
bunch of
titles
people.
now have been uploaded and included, and just one more, the last one. Okay, great.
Hi, future.
So all of them now have titles on the video, and your issue has been resolved. So I'd like to
Yeah.
then click
So, Mr. Please delete it from the old business. Okay, the next one is must Chris need to create a vision on how to produce training video program? I think I haven't seen any progress on this. Mr. Secretary? Oh, yes, the chairman recognized Mr. Lee.
Okay, thank you very much. I think in this particular case, we need to have a proxy for Chris. If Chris isn't here, then we should know who can make a decision on his behalf. What is Chris's status over there right now, Cynthia?
Chris, I think he's in the bathroom, or no, I see him in the kitchen.
Okay, all right. Oh, there he is. I just saw him. Maybe we can ask Mr. Chris to come to the meeting so that he can give us an update on his vision.
Okay, I will ask him. I will
Okay.
ask him.
And we need Chris to also announce his proxy.
Yes, he will. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Mrs. Secretary, Mrs. Chairman, please continue
Yes.
the rest of the items then while Chris gets online.
Okay, this one. There's a motion here. Please vote. Agree on this. Okay. Anyone have motion on this? This one. Yes, Mr. Lee.
Okay. I think we've already voted on this, right? So this has already been passed, and this is essentially whoever adds a training video will add it to the learning index, right?
I think that's the discussion. Is it on the SLA already?
Share the learning toolkit video, post this public leadership. No, it has not been. Okay. So back to you, Madam Chair.
Okay. So where is
Sorry.
agree on SLA on learning video index? So sorry, I wanna ask you.
Sure.
Did I have to do the vote?
Yes.
Like the paper?
Yes. So we're proposing a service level agreement on Squad 4 to. I'm not sure who proposed this. Can the person who proposed this please identify themselves? Okay, it's Bayu proposed it. Bayu, can you?
I think I remember this. So basically, we want to make sure that every video is recorded on the video index, and then we cannot agree on that yet because the previous meeting is not attended by most of the team members. So we want to postpone the voting process. So I think we can do the voting right now.
Okay. Anyone, please, who is who have the paper?
Madam Chair. Madam Chair, may I speak for a moment?
Yes.
I think before we vote to it, we need to have discussion. So, Madam Chair, if you may, please, actually not Madam Chair, Mrs. Chair Lady, please ask for discussion. I think then we can all participate in the discussion of this new motion.
Okay. Any discussion on this as a video that must record in learning video index? Yes, please, Mr. Jing.
Okay, Mrs. Chair Lady, I would ask that all videos related to learning go on, but I do not think that squad sync-ups should go on because that would make it just too heavy. So I agree to have the learning lessons such as reservation training, such as content training, such as market building training, but I do not think that squad sync-ups or meetings should be indexed on the learning video index.
Oh, okay. So anyone have the paper on this? Anyone have the paper?
Mrs. Chair Lady, please ask for more discussion.
Oh. Anyone have any discussion on this?
Yep.
Yes, please pass value.
Okay, so I think I agree with that because the document is called Learning Video Index. We focus on video that can be learned.
Chris, can you mute your mic? Chris, please mute your mic. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we can focus on the learning video in this document. For example, just one example for the meeting, one example for the squad sync up, and yeah, just one example for everything, so that the new people that watch the video can learn. And then if we need to upload a video about squad sync up or any meeting, we can include that in the meeting document instead of the learning video index. That's my suggestion.
Okay.
My amendment.
Okay, amendment. Okay.
Okay, who second the motion? Okay, so Mr. G and Ms. Jenny, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Please update that. The learning figure and the link must be updated and differentiate based on the sync up meeting and learning meeting. Yes, please.
To the chair lady, may I temporarily take control of the chair for just a moment to aggregate this motion?
Yes.
Okay, so please nominate me, and then I'll accept the nomination.
Okay, so Mr. Jing, I nominate you to chair this sync up.
Okay, thank you very much. I will just go through this particular phase, and then I'll hand the chair back to you. Mrs. Chair Lady, what do we call a chairperson? Chairperson. So in this particular case, you need to restate the motion, and we need to make clear what the new motion is. So the motion is that yes, we will have a video learning index. No, we will not put. We will only put one example of each meeting sync up onto the video index, and the rest of the meeting sync ups will be posted on the squad document, right? And then that is essentially the terms of the amended motion. Okay, so once that terms of the amended motion has been put in place, you will ask for a second, and I have seconded it. Once it has been seconded, please delegate to the secretary to write that down. Please put down that the new videos will be in a learning index, that there will be one example of a meeting minute in that, and the rest of the meetings recorded will be in the squad document. Delegate that to that, and then you can conduct the vote, and then we can pass the motion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing, for
Okay,
making it
I
clear.
would like to nominate you to be chairperson again.
Thank you, I accept that.
Okay, very good.
Okay, okay, based on the discussion before that, there's a suggestion that only one video for the example of for one meeting and the other meeting must be placed on our squad journal. Then who is second the motion? Okay, Mr. Jing and Mas Benny. Mas Rizal? Mas Rizal?
Mr. Secretary.
Yes.
Secretary? Yes. Please,
Yes.
yes, please write it down that we have to put one video meeting for the example on the learning video index.
Hold on, my computer running slow.
What happened?
All right.
I think
Cynthia, can I lead the meeting? Can you delegate the meeting back to me? We have about 8 minutes, and I'd like to try to finish this meeting before the time span ends.
Okay,
Okay.
I nominate you.
Okay, I accept the nomination. Okay, Rizal, please go ahead. Mr. Secretary, please go ahead and put on the document that we will essentially upload all learning videos onto the learning index, except for meeting minutes, which we will put one example on. And that's it. Okay, in the meantime, Bayu, share the training video with Wayana about Toki. I will keep on going, and then we will come back to the vote on this in order to save time. On content, Bayu shared the training video with Wayana on Toki. Bayu, what's the status on that?
Ready.
Okay, it's been done. All right, where can we find it?
In the document.
In the learning video index. Very good. All right, I will just confirm that. And here is the video. So the video has been uploaded. It has been shared. And Wayana, what do you think of the video?
The video, I think it's useful since when I was practicing and change from the old version to the new version, and then we try actually to learn to change pricing,
Okay.
and also there Bayu showed me like more actually easier than the last. The new version actually easier to change price than the last.
The chair would like to ask Wayana, what would you score it 1 out of 5?
Pardon me?
What would you score it 1 to 5? The video.
Maybe 4.5.
4.5. Okay. The chair would like to recognize Gani. Gani, please speak.
Yes, I agree with Mo that this video is very useful. Yesterday I watched it and I tried to practice it on Bukit and it's useful. I give score 5.
5. Okay, fantastic. Very good. All right, let's move back to the OKR document. Thank you very much. Mr. Secretary, I believe this is now finished as a matter of old business. So if anybody
Yes.
on our squad needs to understand about changing prices, please use the video index as a way to determine that. So Mr. Secretary, please remove that as the order of old business now from content. On leadership, Shintia will follow up with Ara on the proxy person. I'd like to get an update. Shintia, please, what is the update?
Yes, everything is done. We can delete it from the business.
Okay, and Shintia, what is the update? What is the new understanding?
Okay, actually, yesterday, I'm off, so I want to delegate Anna as my proxy person, but she is on her afternoon shift. So yesterday, I asked Mas Rizal to help me to be my proxy person.
Okay, and then I would like to ask Rizal. Rizal, was that a comfortable situation for you? Are you okay with covering Shintia on her off day?
Yesterday is actually we going lancar.
Okay, very smooth, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
very smooth. Yes.
Fantastic. I would ask Mr. Secretary, would you like to change the scheduling and the shift board to reflect that new understanding that on Shinthia's off day that you will be handling air support in the mornings until Ara arrives to the office? Yes, the chair recognizes Shinthia first. Shinthia.
Yes, it is only for my day off.
Okay, just on your day off. Okay. I'll put it as an order of new business, not during the meeting, of course. After the meeting, I would like Shinthia to put on a new order of business that on her day off, Rizal will be covering in the morning from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Cynthia, please add that as an order of new business. I guess you can add it now, but we will cover it on the next sync up, okay?
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Let's continue. Reviewing our key objectives. Yes, we made the vote already, and we said that we would revisit the vote and see why we gave less than 5-star remarks. So, Mr. Secretary, let's please delete, Shintia will follow up on the proxy person, and let's delete review our key objectives, because those two matters of old business have been finished. Okay, to the next order of business on community. Gunung and Ara are updating the Squad 4 PRM. So, before the PRM had incomplete fields, I will ask Mrs. Wayana, what is the update on the Squad 4 PRM now?
Actually, the squad program is now is in the apa ya? The same template. So serempak like all the same template basically.
Okay, is the project finished? Okay,
No,
it's not yet, so it stays on
that's
old business.
ours, yeah.
Okay, well, the chair recognizes Gani.
Yes, I'm still doing on update on new launch listing on the Adams control.
Okay.
Still going.
And I understand Ara is the friction point at this point. Is that correct? Only Ara's component is still not finished. Is that correct? Step on toes.
I don't get any update from Ara.
Okay,
But
so if Ara's component is not finished and Ara's not here, then I will nominate Ara's proxy to follow up on this. Ara's proxy is... Who is Ara's proxy? Okay, so we'll have to look at the... Ara's proxy is Gani. Gani, okay, since Ara is not present, I nominate Gani to follow up on Ara's section of this, and please get back to us to understand. Green section's updated, yeah, please kindly check. Okay, so Ara got back and said that her sections are finished.
Yes.
Okay, so can this be deleted from old business? Yes, chair recognizes by you.
Okay, so as I'm checking, it's actually not complete, and I have tagged Wayana for the incomplete card.
Okay.
So please follow up with that.
Okay, so Bayu has tagged Wayana. The ball is back on Wayana for the incomplete cards. This will remain as old business until it is finished. Okay, last part. Shinthia. Shinthia's responsibilities. Are you on squad 3 or squad 4? What's the deal now? To Shinthia.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I have discussion with the squad 3. The squad 3 give me time to focus on the squad 4, but they will still ask for my help in the future if I make it balance.
Okay, very good. I see the update has been written. You will delegate responsibility to squad 3 for another member, and he will work for squad 4. And so that is finished as old business. Would you concur on that? Okay, Mr. Secretary, please delete that from the discussion. That matter of old business for Shinthia is now concluded.
and this one.
Okay, okay, we'll go back to Chris. Chris, as a matter of old business, what is your vision for producing training videos?
It's at least 3 times. It's at least 3 times a week as per our schedule on the reservation guild.
I see. Okay, Chris, may I ask, will you be producing training videos based on the first set of training videos that you did with Rizal and Shinthia, where you look at their journals and then do reactive training based on that?
Okay. Yes. I'll have a schedule for that as well.
Okay, Chris, I need you to come up with a clarification on the vision. How many times a week? When will you do it? So that we have some
For the squad 4, yes.
Yes, for squad 4. And
Okay.
that can be added to the reservation guild. Perhaps also, yeah, this is a squad 4 meeting. We'll just talk about squad 4 now. But I also have other visions.
Yeah.
I other have visions for you for other squads too. But please come back and tell us how you'd like to work with Shinthia and Rizal based on their reservation issues to conduct video lessons on reservations. Okay.
Okay, it will be better today.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. All right, to SLAs. This one I will come back to. This is a very simple thing, but it got like way too complicated. So what I propose is, I think Rizal, please work with Shinthia afterwards to write the exact terms. We all understand what we want to say, but it just took a long time to write it. So I would like to keep that as old business, but let's just finish and write it very clearly what we mean by the video index and the learning index, okay? So I would like to subcommittee that to Rizal and Shinthia for the learning video index to write the motion in the way that Bayu has proposed and that I have seconded. Can I delegate that to Rizal and Cynthia?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for accepting. Rizal, do I have your buy-in too as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good. Okay, let's go over to new business. This is the learning video index again. Okay, and then the playlist we just discussed. Okay, last order of business is Jing. We need to give suggestions on why they gave the score that they gave for objective 3. So let's take a look at that. Ara, okay, gave her feedback. Wayana has not given feedback yet. Ara has given feedback that to achieve improvement on any side, we need to improve communications, not just sync up, but document everything that is considered as frictions, so all frictions can be monitored really well. I think part of communication is being here present during meetings, but I understand that Ara is actually doing afternoon shift, yes? Is that correct? Okay, all right. So thank you very much, Ara, for sharing. Let's go to Gani. From my side, I think the coordination needs to be improved. Let's maximize by keeping updated Trello, using content requests for all communication requests. Very good. Rizal, communication coordination is the best way to make a great team. Also, maybe we still knew about this one, need some adjustment to each other. Thank you very much, Rizal. Cynthia said everyone has worked so hard to get the best result. To make the result better, everyone needs to give their 1 extra degree to their work. I asked Cynthia, what does 1 extra degree mean? Cynthia told me a story over here about her coach saying you can't put in 100%. You have to put in 101% to get 100%. I thought that was really good, and that would be a good squad value, 1 extra degree.
That would be great.
Thank you very much, Cynthia, for sharing your feedback. Also, Jing. Last is Jing. I think the team is a bit young and immature. I'd like the team to embrace a fail-fast philosophy. Please get comfortable making decisions first. Apologize later if you're unsure. Okay, so that feedback has been shared now. Thank you very much, everyone, for leaving the feedback. Please create new motions or new orders of business if you would have some suggestion or ideas how we can address this feedback. So, Mr. Secretary, please move this now as an item of old business. We have run out of time and I need to go to another meeting right now. So, I would like to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Okay, it's been seconded by Wayana. Thank you very much for participating today. Cynthia, thank you very much for leading the chair. It can be difficult on the first time, but once again, with more practice, I think we can get better at 1 extra degree, okay? The next meeting will be held by, the next meeting will be held on the 21st by Rizal and Cynthia. Rizal will chair and Cynthia will secretary. Okay, thank you guys very much. The recording now will end.